Right now, your brand is making a structural decision. You probably didn't make it consciously, most founders don't, but that decision is determining whether every marketing pound you spend compounds or leaks, whether your sales team has a brand working behind you or quietly working against you. This decision has a name: brand architecture. Get it wrong, and you don't just pay for a rebrand, you pay a complexity tax on every single sale you make. In the next 8 minutes, I'm breaking down the three models that govern the world's most enduring brands. I'm Sophia White, brand alignment architect, and I'm going to show you which of these is the scale killer, tell you the one most founders choose by accident, and give you a quick how to audit your brand before it costs you years of momentum. Subscribe to the channel and let's begin. The first model is the branded house. Think FedEx. In a branded house, every product, every service lives under one master identity, one name, one promise. Commercially, it's about the compounding brand dividend. Let me explain. The compounding brand dividend is when FedEx delivers a package via FedEx Express. That builds trust in the FedEx master brand. The next time the customer needs ground or freight services, they already trust FedEx. So FedEx spends less money convincing the customer. FedEx delivers 14 million packages a day because they folded every acquisition, Kinko's, RPS, Viking Freight, under the FedEx name. Trust transfers instantly. 65% of their customers use 2 or more products or services. Why? Because the brand promise is singular. If you're a founder with a tight marketing budget, this is your efficiency play. $1 spent on the master brand lifts every product that you sell. But there's a catch. If the master brand stumbles, the whole house shakes. One scandal, one failure, and every product line feels the heat. It's your greatest strength and your biggest vulnerability. The second model is the house of brands. Think General Motors. General Motors doesn't try to sell one car to everyone. They have a portfolio of individual brands: Cadillac for status, Chevrolet for value, and GMC for capability. In 2009, when General Motors filed for bankruptcy, this architecture saved them. They performed brand triage, which means retiring Pontiac and Saturn without killing Cadillac. You can burn a brand down in a house of brands without losing the house itself. If you are targeting wildly different audiences, a £20,000 buyer or £100,000 buyer, this is your model. It isolates risk and allows for surgical precision in your sales message. A quick check-in with you right now. Are you building a branded house or a house of brands? Drop house or branded in the comment below and I'll jump in to see your responses. The third model is the endorsed brand. This is a hybrid. This is the virgin model. This is the most seductive model for founders, and it is also the most dangerous. It relies on one personality to carry credibility across unrelated sectors and industries: airline, fitness, and banking. Richard Branson didn't build a company, he built a character. But look at the math. FedEx at 87.9 billion revenue in one integrated brand engine. Virgin Enterprise had 110.5 million in turnover with 152.9 million in profit. Virgin Atlantic had 3.3 billion in revenue. One system is unified, the other is fragmented. Now, this is the scale killer. Virgin scaled brand reach successfully. What it did not scale as cleanly was one unified economic engine. In my Trifecta model on leadership, branding, and sales, architecture is the bridge. If your architecture is wrong, your sales team is selling against the brand, not with it. Every conversation carries the weight of a confused identity. That's not a sales problem, it's a structural one. When leadership ignores brand architecture, you don't have sales enablement, you have disconnection. The complexity tax I mentioned, it's real and it's avoidable. Subscribe for more structural logic behind the world's most enduring brands and for deep dives on auditing your own brand architecture. Get the clarity memo in the description below. In my personal view, Virgin is the scale killer. They scaled brilliantly in awareness and reach, but not always in profit. The scale killer is what happens when a brand becomes famous across many sectors faster than it becomes dominant in any one of them. Virgin is a successful brand architecture story with a mix of business performance. The brand scaled, but the economics exposed the limits of stretching a character brand too far. It works when your personality solves a genuine customer frustration, like Virgin Atlantic did for travel. It fails when you're just another option, like Virgin Cola. Unless you have a magnetic, distinctive personality and the governance to enforce it across every identity, this model will bleed your focus dry. Founders often choose the house of brands by accident more than the other two. It usually happens when you keep adding products, services, or acquisitions without first deciding whether the parent brand should stay visible. A branded house is usually chosen on purpose. The one brutal reality check is if your logo disappears from every touch point, would customers still recognize you as the same company? No, you're a collection of products and not a brand. I would fix this before raising money or scaling. Momentum follows the brand that feels like one thing, not 10. In closing, if the question is which structure is producing the clearest unified commercial power, FedEx branded house is ahead. If the question is which structure stretches identity across sectors, Virgin proves the endorsed brand can travel further, but with more fragmented economics. If your focus is building multiple audiences, then the House of Brands is the best option for you. Subscribe to the channel. Until next time.